Well, I'm going to start this, and this is where I live. This is Canyon Alpine, British Columbia. That's the Trans-Canada Highway coming up from Boston Bar. And this is near Boothroyd's famous old wagon house, and up at the end there you can see Nahatlatch Mountain, which is the opening of the Nahatlatch Rally. And to the left there I think is Scuzzy Creek. I'm not sure, but that's the way to pass through to Harrison, I think. But Nahatlatch is farther up. And that little low hill there in the distance, middle distance there, it's near here. I think that's where the Fraser Canyon Airport is, but also, no, that's farther north. I got to get farther north here. This is the canyon, I know it well, but I don't recognize it with the new highway too much. And I haven't been here in years. But it's close to Vancouver. It's only an hour and a half from Abbotsford International Airport and about 2.5 from Kamloops International. I'm not out talking right now about people coming to visit me, but I wish they would. Certain people especially. Other people who just like to meet me are welcome to come here. There's camping here, not in this place here, but up this little road here through this trailer park goes up on the hill, and there's a Swiss hiking cross up there that's actually the Feniger family graveyard also. Yeah, so what this is I'll show you that once we get past that tree, you'll see the cross. What this is in this beautiful alpine country is my beginning of my Patreon appeal for support. I've thought about Kickstarter and Indiegogo and GoFundMe, and they're all for specific things. And I don't know, Patreon's kind of more general. Here you go, pal, keep on doing what you're doing kind of stuff. So that's who I am. I'm looking for a patron in the proper sense, and as one somebody I know who actually had an escort business said, you only really need one good client. I only need one good patron who just believes in everything I do. I did have that for a while. Thank you, Charles. He's gone now. He's in Ecuador. If he's still alive, I hope he is. But he was quite kind for a couple of years for me to be the poet and singer. Well, I'm still that, but I'm also now in politics. Politics? How can a poet not be in politics today, especially one who's environmentally and scientifically aware and sees all the lunacy going on and the the manufactured hatred that people are half-educated people are pandered to and manipulated by. Well, I can't fix that, but I can fix my own economic situation by asking for assistance in surviving. Now, the thing with Patreon, there's the cross I'm talking about. Kind of in bad taste here in the Clapmont country because of the terrible things the cross did here. But it's the family graveyard, and I'll explain that to the First Nations people who probably don't appreciate that it is. Hundreds of their own graveyards were destroyed here when the railway was double-tracked. Both railways were double-tracked in the 70s. And when they were originally built, 150 more. And also when the highway was expanded and made what it is now, which is a high-speed route where everybody goes through here without stopping. So I don't mean to talk about all the politics locally. This is my Patreon notes. Which there are other things in this, the orations and the readings that I've done from my old writings today, which say it also. That I'm the kind of person that has the multiple polymathic education that makes it impossible to make a regular income, and so as a result I am on disability, which means I'm on better government support than welfare, but still not enough to pay. And right now I'm facing phone bills and internet bills and things from my move, and I'm currently owed $1326 by an ex-landlord who I have to write the documentation to fight and get an arbitration for and seek damages against. I have a film project underway, but I'm waiting for confirmation on, and a signing and a retainer. But I'm also have productions in mind for the International Festival of Ancient Tragedy in Delphi, Greece, and wanting to go there and play there, both music and again, as I once did with the permission of the Sard archaeologist and her encouragement, which I hope to get again. Not just to get again, but to get there. So I have my own means of asking for help, but I need general help, you know? And when I ask for Patreon, the problem is, I believe it's done through PayPal. I can set that up with PayPal. I do have an account. I have to make another, I guess, to deal with what this is. And the problem with Patreon is Same as with YouTube. If they don't like what you're saying, they can shut you off. But for now, I'm fine. Although I am advocating, I'll say this directly. Also, I appreciate Patreon support for this, for a republic, or 2, or 3, or 4 west of the Rockies, and another 15 to 20. Let's call it 15 across the rest of Canada. Alberta, at least 3. Take northeastern BC with you. Leave the sovereign nations alone. And get rid of the Dominion of Canada once and for all. It's a falsity. It's a lie. It's the last Raj. It's the last Rhodesia. It has to go. It's a lie. It's built on lies. It's maintained by lies. So partly what this Patreon is an anti-lie pundit. That's me. I am the real news. Or as Russell Brand calls it, is it the truths? There's a guy I'd like to have here. Have a little chat with him about Canada, what Canada really is, as lots of my videos are. Anyway, this is the farm I'm showing you. That was wrong people claimed to be renting it. In that little house they wanted $790 for. $770 they wanted for. They didn't even have the right to collect a rent for it, the assholes. Anyways, this farm is being cleaned up and fixed, and I need to clean up, and I think it's a good thing I don't show my face here. Here's my face. Sorry, I meant to do this as a walking, talking. Sorry for the missing teeth. I'd rather get implants. If somebody would fly me to Bangkok or Mexico to get implants rather than have to get my teeth ripped out and get dentures, that'd be awesome. But also for things like my phone bill, things like that, paying that directly rather than through PayPal, or you can interact me if you're in Canada or the United States through your bank. You can send me however much, but anything I make above $20,000 a year, the government will claw back off my check. So if you can buy things directly for me, like dental coverage or a set of contacts, or for my glasses, you know, things. I don't need a lot of things. I don't want things. I want a few things. As it is, I've got too many manuscripts. I've got too many clothes. I'd rather be living somewhere I didn't need a lot of clothes. Preferably somewhere where I needed none at all. And in time I'll want to be hike that hill up above me. There's a trail up to the cross. I'm not ready to hike up that side yet. Oh, you can't see the snow. It's pretty high up, the little ranges though. And those are just the shoulder. What's up behind me there? That's just the shoulder of the mountains. That's not why am I not turning far enough? Somewhere there was some snow that you'll see. Yeah, so I like my new home. It's a bit lonely. But you know, I much prefer to be here by the Trans-Canada. There's friendly people who will talk to you rather than live in Maple Ridge where people walk by you like you're nothing because you don't have as much money as they do and they think you're less than they are. No, I'm tired of Canadian bullshit. I really am. Yes, I'm a disloyal Canadian. I feel much more American than Canadian, even though I can't go to the United States right now. Yeah, I don't know. Some help with that would be appreciated. It'll all come in time. You guys have a nice day. Just watching Wes and his lady tear apart the deck next door. They're busy doing things. So, yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Fraser Canyon. I wish you could see the canyon part. I'm high above the canyon here. 150 meters up from the river, I think it is. This little store next door, that's my little house there. That's all I live in. It's all I need. The satellite dish doesn't work yet. Maybe I'll get it working. I don't know. I'll think about it. It costs money, of course. Everything costs money. And because things still cost money in this world, I need your help. So, other than direct Patreon contributions, which I'll have to set up my PayPal for today, any direct benefactions by email, or hey, I'll get you this, or hey, do you want a ticket to Samui and go swimming for a while and get some writing done somewhere? Do you want to go create some music in Greece or Italy with your friend Alessandra? Yes. Do you want to go join the French Revolution for a while? Yes. Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak French well enough? Yes. More than well enough. And German and Norwegian and Greek a little bit. and bits of other things that I'm ready to learn more, including Mandarin and Russian, which I believe are necessities in this time. That it's time to break the many languages and make one language again. How do we do that? I don't know. I think Chinook jargon, which I speak, is a perfect good way to start. So, hi Ashmasi. Thank you very much in the Chinook jargon. Tilakams, friends. Sikhs also means friends. Podlash Maga. Podlash, not Maga, Podlash Naga. You give to me. It's the easiest way to say Patreon. And thank you very much for any contributions. I'm going to post this one in my series of videos now. And that's me with my glasses off. My red glasses are the reading glasses. I don't know if I've combed my beard or not, which needs a trim because I can't find my electric razor. Anyways, I have to do this Patreon today. I've been wanting to do it for months and a half, but due to having to move because of my idiot landlord who owes me $30.26 now in Maple Ridge, who doesn't know that and is fighting me for it, and is going to wind up having to pay damages because he sent me to hospital and exacerbated my disability, and that wasn't why I was put in hospital. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where that goes. I have to talk to Virgin Mobile today to try and pay a phone bill, which I don't have the money for. I have rent, which I'm glad that the government pays my rent, but I still only have, after my utilities, I still only have a couple of $100 left to buy what else I need, which is not much. A few treats, a few of my natural herbal medicines, let's call it. And there is no transport here, so eventually I will need a donation of a car, assistance in getting a passport, or right now I need money to get the extra $60 to get a learner's license, which right now I don't have time to study for, rather than update my ID, which I have to do. So, disability support in this province, which has a Poverty Reduction Ministry, which is in name only. Oh, they gave us a big fat $50 raise months ago. Isn't that tremendous, after giving $50 an hour plus to guys working on Site C? Well, I'm really political. So if you don't want to support somebody political, you don't want to support me. But if you do and you want to support a Canadian Republican, and I do not mean the grand old party Republican, I mean a Republic of the Northwest, republics in the Northwest. And the rest of Canada can do whatever it wants. But I'm done with being part of the Dominion of Canada and think that the Clarity Act can go stuff itself. The Clarity Act is only valid if the government here pays off the reparations of the gold and the timbers and the coal and everything else that was taken, and for the rape of all the children, Native children in British Columbia and the Doukhobor children. So I say that it's all fair and square, and I'd rather have the U.S. here, flying the U.S. flag, than bother ever seeing the Dominion of Flag Canada again. So if you don't want to support a very anti-Canadian, North American believer in the Indigenous nations and the free right of all people to govern themselves without political intermediaries. Macron, démission. Trudeau, démission. Macron resign. Trudeau resign. No, I want the crown to fall. The crown of Canada has no more right reason to stand. So that's the main thing, I guess, that I'm about right now. But that's because I'm a poet like Byron, like a Phil Helene, who fought for the rights of the Greek people against the Ottomans, and also I'm not a voyageur, I'm not métis, but I am French on my grandfather's side. We were Orleanist revolutionaries. They had to leave France during the Bourbon Restoration. Via England came and they settled in Quebec. But I'm not a Quebecer by descent. I am a mort vivant. I did not grow up speaking French, nor did my mother, although my grandfather spoke French, and I speak it very well now, thanks to my Acadian and European friends. The Quebecers who moved to BC, who will actually talk to well, they don't mind. Quebecers who moved to BC are the human ones, the ones that still live in the Saguenay and the Beauce and the Canton de l'Est. They don't like us, but they were trained not to like us because of the nature of the Bourbon flag flying over Quebec still. So, I'm a politician, historian, geopolitician, historian. Said it again. I'm a meta-historian, mythologist, meta-scientist, meta-philosopher in terms of meta-philosophy, philologist, environmental scientist, political scientist, political geographer, geopolitician, mythologist, you name it, I've been a surveyor, I've been a cook, I've been a dishwasher, I've been a pedicabber, I've had multiple injuries. I've been suffering all kinds of social problems my whole life because of being different from everyone else in the usual ways, and a few others that people hadn't even realized yet. And as a result, I'm on disability, and I have a 30-year-old half my age bullying me for money he owes me. So if you'd like to help me out, that would be really appreciated. The sooner the better, actually. So I'm going to post this today in my inbox in Facebook or on my name at gmail.com. Let me know if you'll help me out right away, because I need money for the phone bill right away. And also, yeah, just put myself a little nest egg somehow in some other place that I don't want to hide anything from the government, and I do have a very large sum of money yet. I owe them about something and some other things. So I need help with my debts, yeah, immediate debts, other ones. I need help with being okay. I need help with being okay and knowing that I can do better than just being on disability. So this Patreon is my step towards that. A search for the patron or a group of patrons who realize, you know, you want to go looking for that at the Temple of the Seven Planets in Haran? Yeah, okay, let's do that. And you want to go looking for that where? In Kashmir? Yeah, okay, let's go do that. And you think that there's something that we need to find in the High Atlas in Morocco? Yeah, let's go do that. Okay, I don't have to do it, but I have lots of ideas that people who have lots of money should be really listening to. Who is this guy? What is he talking about? Yeah, you should find out what I'm talking about. So go have a look at my Mysteries of the Most Ancient Past playlist. Electric Skies, although that's related list only. And my ones on the Gilets Jaunes, and also on comments on other people's videos. There's a playlist of those on my YouTube channel. Or on Facebook, you can find me. Yeah, your help would be appreciated. Patreon or otherwise, direct, interact, any support like that. Mike, I'll get you this. What do you need? Do you want to get so-and-so? Let me help you with the passport. You know, we'll find it. Send me Western Union, whatever. It doesn't have to be via the Patreon system where they take their little chunk. I don't mind that they do. I do mind that they only can do it through PayPal unless there's another way they have, which I don't know. I'm just about to set it up. So, this has already gone on longer than I intended, and now you get to see my ugly mug without me brushing my beard. And yes, I'm a political poet and firebrand and visionary. I was told when I was a kid that you're going to be a scientist. I never dreamt that I would be a mad scientist. And when I realized I was a poet, of course I'm a mad poet. You have to be a poet, for one thing, but how can you be insane in this world? How can you be sane in an insane world and not be mad? So, mad scientist, mad poet, and I believe mad inventor. So, aside from the things we need to find, there's some things I'd like to talk to people about building. So, Patreon? Patreon, I hope you're up to it. I'm looking for the patron of patrons, or the league of them. The League of Patrons. I'm looking for a bunch of anyone. $20 donations up to 20 million. I don't care about money. It's what I want to achieve in the rest of my life that counts. What I want to achieve in my life for everyone that counts. So, if you want to support it, somebody who wants that, doesn't want the money for money's sake, I need the money for money's sake, but I only need to be able to do what I do and not have to have worries, so I can keep on creating and keep on thinking and keep on talking about what I know and what I find out in history and politics and stuff daily. I do this. And I'm doing too much time doing this right now, having to fill out the thing for Patreon and my case against my stupid ex-landlord, and still have to do legal things to do with the fake landlords here. Oh, the mundane world is just too much to fucking deal with. And why? Why? Well, the Buddha says attachment is suffering. Money was invented so that people would suffer, and Aristotle calls it a public fiction. Nomismo. Something imagined is what a coin is. Anyways, have a nice day. This imaginary world is getting a little too much for this guy that has quite a big imagination and needs to be helped out with for his output. As over the years, my poetry alone from years ago, I'd hope would get me your Patreon support. If not, what I want to do now, create free republics in the Northwest and make the United States a better place by joining them. I know that sounds absurd, but, you know, in chaos is opportunity. Now, if you like the sound of that, well, I'm the opportunity. I may be the sacrificial bull, too. We'll see. I don't think so. Anyway, I don't mind being the Mandela of the North if it comes to that, but for now I'm just a poet, a lonely poet. Lonely? You're never lonely when you have other poets to keep you company. So, thank you for listening. This is my Patreon appeal. I don't know what it's aiming. I'm not aiming. I'm looking at myself through the mirror on the back of the thing here. So I don't know what you see in my face or not. Thank you for watching this scrambled video.